All right, good afternoon, everybody. This is Devin Fry with your Valley News Now digital update, bringing you the stories that we've been working on in the Valley News Live newsroom today and beyond. We have a lot to get to today. A couple things I do want to make note of. We do, of course, have some potential for severe weather tonight. Our First Alert Storm Team is on top of that. If you heard from Russ Thomas during his live stream at 3 p.m., you already know the details there. If you still do want to know more, make sure you have our VNL weather app handy. And we're also going to have our ticker going across the bottom of the screen here with the latest conditions in your area. But like I mentioned, for the latest on the possible severe weather tonight, make sure to have the VNL News app and go check that out as we get into the headlines here from the newsroom. We're going to start with obviously tragic situation out of Hopkins, Minnesota. A child is dead after this incident at an in-home daycare in Hopkins. It happened at Brown Bear Child Care down there in Hopkins, Minnesota. We have some video. This was of the scene from our NBC station down there, Care 11. Obviously, a large scene for this here. Now, this is what we know so far as to what happened in this in-home daycare. Police say an adult man and woman are also dead, as well as a child believed to be the parents of the deceased child, as well as the owners of the facility. Investigators are still working to determine the exact cause of their deaths, but believe the man perpetrated the attack before eventually taking his own life. 6 other children were present at the time. They were unharmed and later reunited with their guardians. We heard from police who responded to the scene, as well as neighbors who described the scene as devastating. We have this sound now.
Upon arrival, officers located a deceased male, female, and juvenile victim. There were other children present within the daycare, and we were able to get them out of the daycare and reunify them with their parents. At this time, there's no outstanding threats in the community.
So I know so many of the kids and the families on this block, and to think that any of them might be going through something traumatic like this is absolutely terrifying.
I did see a lot of parents getting out of their car and not doing well. I'm just hoping that the children are okay, because I know it's a daycare. I've been working here for 4 years, so I just hope the kids.
Again, 6 children were present in that daycare when this incident happened. We did have quite a jump in viewership, so in the time since we started the stream and the end of this story, so I am going to go over the information that we know so far over what happened in Hopkins this morning, and I'll show some video from the scene as well. Again, this is what we know at this point. A child is among the dead after a deadly incident at a Minnesota daycare, an in-home daycare, early this morning. It happened at Brown Bear Child Care in Hopkins. Police say an adult man and woman are also dead. They are believed to be the parents of the deceased child and the owners of the in-home daycare. Investigators are still working to determine the exact cause of their deaths. They did not reveal the measures used in this attack. They do believe the man perpetrated the attack and then took his own life. 6 other children were present at the time. They were unharmed, thankfully, and later reunited with their guardians. This has been a developing situation throughout the day. When it's something this sensitive, it sometimes takes time for a lot of the details to come out, but stay tuned here to Valley News Live as we continue to learn more from this scene down there in Hopkins, and we will bring those updates to you as they become available. Let's move up closer to home now. Some court filings out of Fargo this morning, or I guess this was last night. A Fargo man is facing a felony charge after police say he climbed through a bedroom window in the middle of the night and stabbed a man twice in the stomach, allegedly over jealousy over an ex-girlfriend. We have a booking photo here. David Vernoy was charged Tuesday in Cass County District Court with aggravated assault with a dangerous weapon. According to a police incident report, officers were called around 2:12 a.m. on Monday to a residence on 16.5 Street South after a report of a stabbing. They found the victim in a nearby intersection holding his stomach with 2 lacerations. He was taken to a Fargo hospital where the wounds were stapled closed. The victim told police he and his girlfriend heard knocking on windows before Vernoy climbed through the bedroom window. He said Vernoy was intoxicated and told him he was going to stab him, and then reportedly did. The victim said Vernoy had repeatedly caused problems since he began dating the woman in question. Vernoy's number was blocked on the victim's phone, contradicting denying Vernoy's claim that the two had planned to fight. Vernoy was arraigned Wednesday and is currently in custody at the Cass County Jail. Moving up to federal court now, the defense attorney for a Spirit Lake tribe member charged with killing his brother and his dating partner is asking a federal judge to split the case into two separate trials. We've been covering this one extensively since the arrest first came across our desk. D'Angelo Hunt faces 10 charges, 7 related to the death of a woman identified only as JMP. Her body has never been found, and 3 related to the murder of his brother Isaac Hunt. His attorney argues the two cases are unrelated and that trying them together would unfairly prejudice his client. The filing also reveals the defense considers the evidence in the JMP case to be, quote, much weaker, in large part because her remains have never been found. Hunt's trial is currently scheduled to begin on November 17th and it's expected to last 4 weeks. No ruling on this motion has been issued at this time. We're of course going to keep our eye on that and bring those updates to you as they become available. A Hope man is in serious condition after fleeing a state patrol traffic stop and crashing his motorcycle in rural Cass County on Tuesday night. Troopers attempted to stop the 38-year-old for speeding on I-94 near Mapleton. He fled westbound at high speed before turning north into rural Cass County, where he lost control and rolled into a ditch. He was thrown from the motorcycle and was, according to State Patrol, not wearing a helmet. He was airlifted to Sanford Hospital in Fargo. He faces a DUI charge with additional charges pending as well. This is an interesting update to a story that we had last week. 2 Minnesota police departments are walking away from flock camera license plate readers, and the decisions are coming for pretty different reasons. We're going to pull up the information here. We're going to start in Winona. Police Chief Tom Williams announcing Thursday the department will not replace the 8 cameras that were stolen earlier this month, saying their use had contributed to growing concerns about community trust. Quote from the chief here, quote, while Flock has been a valuable tool, we believe its use has contributed to growing concerns about trust in policing, both locally and across the state and the nation, Williams said. Meanwhile, in Duluth, the police department announced Tuesday it will not renew its Flock contract when it expires on September 7th, also citing a turbulent summer in which 6 of its 9 cameras were stolen or vandalized since June. Duluth officials say they will continue using other license plate reader technology, however. That Winona theft investigation is still ongoing as well. North Dakota Governor Kelly Armstrong has lifted the state's ban on TikTok on state-owned devices. The ban was originally put in place in December of 2022 by then-Governor Doug Burgum over national security concerns tied to TikTok's Chinese parent company, ByteDance. Armstrong rescinded the ban Wednesday, citing a change in ownership. TikTok's U.S. operations are now majority owned by an American-led consortium, including Oracle and Silver Lake, operating under a majority American board of directors. State agencies can now request access to TikTok, though requests must still go through North Dakota IT's standard security review process. Not sure what state devices are installing TikTok, but they can now. We have some numbers from this weekend here for State Patrol with WeFest. We had what the Sheriff's Office out in Becker County responded to, but this is our State Patrol numbers. Troopers issuing 254 citations and 1,118 warnings during their enforcement period. State Patrol noted no crashes involving injuries during the festival period and credited designated drivers and ride sharing for keeping the roads safer. Let's look at some national headlines here. We're going to go ahead and start with let's start with this one here. A Los Angeles County grand jury has indicted Nick Reiner on murder charges in the stabbing death of his parents, acclaimed director Rob Reiner, and his wife, photographer and producer Michelle Reiner. The indictment, which we have some video here, the indictment returned July 20th and unsealed Wednesday includes a lying in wait allegation, making Reiner eligible for the death penalty. Prosecutors say they have not yet decided whether to seek it. Reiner entered a not guilty plea Wednesday. The couple was killed in their Brentwood home last December. White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt is leaving her role at the end of the month. President Trump announced the departure today, calling Leavitt, quote, one of his most trusted aides. Leavitt, 28 years old, said in a statement she made the, quote, bittersweet decision to step down so she could focus on her 2 young children. She recently returned from maternity leave after the birth of her 2nd child in May. The president said Leavitt will become one of the top outside advisors. No replacement has been named at this time. All right, we are very quickly running out of time here, so we're going to throw to Valley News Live at 4 starting in a couple of minutes. Thank you all so much for tuning in for this edition of the Valley News Now Afternoon Update. Stay tuned with us here on Valley News Live, whether it's on your laptop, smart TV, your news or weather apps, however you get your news, we will be there to bring it to you. So again, thank you all for tuning in, but for now, for your Valley News Now digital update, I'm Devin Fry.